The green monster's weakness. Your simple, unbeatable battle plan. This is part 1 of the video. Please look for part 2 of the video at Eco-Agric Uganda YouTube channel. Imagine you've just built the perfect house. It's warm, it's cozy, and it's filled with delicious food. You've moved in your best friend, a fluffy, white, super-fast pet that's going to provide you with amazing treats. But there's a problem. A tiny, invisible green monster also wants to live in that house. And if it gets in, it will eat all the food, kick your friend out, and cover everything in a fuzzy, gross carpet. That green monster is green mold, and your fluffy white friend is the oyster mushroom mycelium. And that perfect house is your substrate, the straw or sawdust you're growing in. This isn't a sad story. This is a story about how you become a superhero. You're going to learn the green monster's secrets. You're going to build a fortress it can't break into. You're going to become the ultimate protector of your mushroom garden. And the best part, all your weapons are simple things you probably already have. Let's get ready to win the war against the green mold. First, if you have any questions at all, don't forget to ask a question in the comments section below. No question is too small, and I'm here to help. Using the super steamer, the pressure cooker. Think of your pressure cooker as a secret weapon. It's not just for beans and tough cuts of meat. It's a time machine that sends your green monster back to the Stone Age. Here's the deal. The green monster and its friends, like bacteria, are tough. They have these tiny, armored shells called spores. If you just boil them, it's like trying to crush a walnut by throwing a pillow at it. They'll just laugh at you. But a pressure cooker traps all the steam inside, which builds up intense pressure. This pressure makes the water get way, hotter than boiling hot enough to smash through those armored shells and completely wipe out every last monster. It's a total reset button. When your substrate comes out of the pressure cooker, it's a sterile paradise. It's a clean slate, a brand new world where the only thing you allow to live is the oyster mushroom mycelium you introduce. How to use it? You pack your substrate, like sawdust, into special bags, leaving the tops loose so steam can get in. You put them in the pressure cooker, add a few inches of water, lock the lid, and let it hiss and steam for a couple of hours. When it's done, you let it cool down completely. What you have inside is not just food. It's a fortress, pre-cleaned and waiting for its hero. If you found this helpful, please share the video with your networks. You never know which of your friends is secretly wanting to start growing mushrooms, and you could be the one to get them started. The big steam bath, using a drum or big pot. What if you don't have a pressure cooker? No problem. You can build your own monster-zapping steam room. This is perfect for bigger substrates like straw. The drum method. Get a clean metal drum with a lid. Place a brick or a small rack in the bottom and pour in a few gallons of water. Put your straw packed into a special mesh bag or pillowcase on the rack, making sure it doesn't touch the water. Put the lid on and build a fire underneath it, or use a powerful propane burner. Let it create a massive cloud of steam inside the drum for a couple of hours. This steam is hot enough to kill most of the weaker monsters and bacteria, giving your oyster mycelium a huge head start. The saucepan method. For smaller projects, you can do the exact same thing with a big pot on your stovetop. Put a metal colander or steamer basket inside, add your substrate, and let it steam away. This method is called pasteurization, not sterilization. It's like cleaning your house instead of burning it down. It kills the bad guys, but leaves a few good guy bacteria that can actually help protect your straw from new monsters moving in later. It's a brilliant, low-tech trick that works wonders. Now, let's talk about what not to do. You might think, why not just throw my straw or sawdust in a pot of boiling water on the stove? This is a trap. It's the green monster's favorite trick. Remember that armored shell? Boiling water, 212 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius, isn't hot enough to crack it. All you're doing is giving the monsters a warm bath. You're waking them up, getting them wet, and making them hungry. You are literally preparing a 5-star meal for the green monster and then rolling out the welcome mat for it. You'll put your substrate in a bag, and a few days later, you'll have a green, fuzzy mess. The magic shield, using lime. This is a sneaky, brilliant trick. It's like putting up a "No Monsters Allowed" sign on your substrate. The green monster loves to live in slightly acidic environments. Think of it like a Sour Patch Kid. It loves sour things. Your oyster mushroom mycelium, on the other hand, is a bit more of an adventurer and doesn't mind a less sour, or even slightly sweet, alkaline environment. So, what do? We change the neighborhood. By adding a tiny bit of garden lime, the powdered kind, not the rock, to your substrate before you steam or pressure cook it, you make the environment less acidic. You're basically changing the locks on the house. The green monster shows up, tries the door, finds it doesn't like the new taste of the place, and moves on. Meanwhile, your oyster mycelium moves right in and feels right at home. How to use it? It's powerful stuff, so you only need a little. A good rule of thumb is about 1 teaspoon of lime for every 5 pounds of dry substrate. Just mix it in evenly before you add water. It's a tiny step that makes a huge difference. The clean room. Working in a closed room. The green monster's army is made of spores, and they travel on the air. They're like tiny, invisible paratroopers, floating all around your house, just waiting for a place to land. So, when you're doing your most sensitive work, like mixing your clean spawn with your clean substrate, you need to shut down the enemy's air force. How to do it? Pick a small room, like a bathroom or a closet. Shut the door and turn off any fans or air conditioners. You want the air to be as still as possible. Clean everything. Wipe down all surfaces with soapy water, then spray them with rubbing alcohol. Take a shower. Put on clean, fresh clothes. You are now the cleanest thing in the room. Keep the door closed. You have created a bubble of clean air. Now, when you open your sterile substrate bag, the only thing that can fall into it is what's already in that bubble. And since you just cleaned it, it's as safe as can be. The still air box. This is the single greatest weapon a home grower can have. It's a cheap, simple tool that will save you more heartache than anything else. A still air box is exactly what it sounds like. A clear plastic tub with 2 armholes cut in the side. That's it. It's your personal, portable clean room. Why it's magic. When you work on your kitchen table, you're working in a hurricane of invisible dust and spores. But when you put your hands inside the still air box, the air is perfectly still. The spores have no wind to ride on, so they just fall to the bottom of the box. The space in the middle, where your work is, becomes a near-perfect bubble of safety. How to use it? Place your sterile substrate bag, your clean spawn, and your tools inside the box. Spray the inside of the box with soapy water to trap any last bits of dust. Put the lid on and put your hands through the holes. Now, you can open your bags and mix your spawn without fear. Any spores that might be on your gloves or in the air are just falling harmlessly to the floor of the box, not into your project. If you only remember one thing from this entire guide, remember this: always do your important work inside a still air box. The flow hood. This is the ultimate weapon. This is the level of a professional laboratory. A flow hood is a box with a special filter that blows a constant, gentle curtain of perfectly clean air over your workspace. Think of it as a personal force field. It creates a wall of air so clean that nothing can get through it. You can work completely out in the open, but as long as you are working in that stream of clean air, nothing can contaminate your project. Is it for you? A flow hood is a serious investment. For most home growers, a still air box is 99% as effective for 1% of the cost. But if you decide you absolutely love growing mushrooms and want to do it on a larger scale, or if you want to work with the most sensitive techniques like agar plates, a flow hood is the unbeatable champion. It is the final, definitive word in contamination control.